Hello, my name is Jenny and welcome to Senior Stretch. This is a 30-minute stretch class for your whole body. We're going to be using a sturdy chair, preferably without arms, and a yoga mat if you have one at home, or something that the chair will not slide on. So don't put it on linoleum or a hard floor, maybe a little bit of carpet so the chair doesn't move if you need to use it for balance and or when we're pressing against it with our feet. Remember to do what feels comfortable for you. Never take your stretches to your end point where it is uncomfortable and hurts. This is an easy, relaxing stretch. Remember to breathe throughout your practice today. So we are going to start today working from our feet all the way up. So halfway through we will sit and relax and get that sip of water. So to warm up the body, you need to also warm up before you stretch. So what we're going to do today is hands relaxed. We're going to do a nice deep knee bend. Inhale as you lift up, and exhale, press it down in front of your face. We're going to do that one more time. Deep knee bend, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Bringing the hands back to heart center, we're going to reverse the motion. Inhale up, circle down and around. Stretching the arms and chest. And relaxing down. We're going to come close to the back of the chair. Use it for balance. I'm going to stay off to the side so you can see what I'm doing a little bit. But you're going to balance on your left foot and lift your right foot up and do large, medium, or small ankle circles. Nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1. Pause and reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause, point the toe down, flex at the ankle, hold for 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot up and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Putting the foot down and switching feet. Left foot up, circling at the ankle. We're at 3, 4, and 5. Pause and reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause the circles, point the toe down, get a nice flex at the top of the foot. 3, 2, 1. Flex the toe up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing the feet down and taking a couple relaxing steps. We're going to go right into our calf stretches today. We're going to be using the back legs of the chair. So you're going to hang onto the chair. You're going to take your right heel, dig it into the floor, and place it, the base of the foot, on the back leg of the chair. Both legs will be straight. You're going to stand tall, lift your back right heel up, and press forward. This should be stretching the lower to mid calf, holding, relaxing your chest and arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to rock back, do a staggered step back, and place the back left heel to the floor. You're going to bend both knees and center your weight on both feet. You're going to feel a stretch to the back of your heel and Achilles tendon. You may use the chair for balance or have hands on hips. Holding for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening the legs, taking a little bit more of a step back where you can still keep the heel comfortably to the floor, but straighten the back leg and bend the right knee for a deeper stretch. Hinging forward just a bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing tall and stepping back, shaking it loose. This next one we're going to do is for our inner shins or our front calves. You're going to have your feet together. You're going to step at least a foot and a back, or at least one and a half of your feet. You're going to bend the knees, track them in forward of your toes, lean forward to your chair, and send the knees down. From the side position, you are doing this. Holding, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening the knees and stepping back, shaking it loose. All right, we're gonna do the other side. So we're gonna do right heel, dig it into the floor, but take the base of your shoe to the back leg of the chair. Hang on to the chair so it doesn't slide. Lift your back, left heel up, and roll onto the ball of the foot and your toes. Slowly stacking shoulders and hips and knees over ankles. Again, you can adjust your forward movement as needed for your stretch today. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staggered step back, enough to place the back heel to the floor, and then shifting your weight from the back foot to center weight on both feet, bending the knees. From the side, looks like this. Holding the chair for balance or hands on hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the foot back just a little bit farther, straightening that back leg and hinging forward with the right knee or your left knee forward, lengthening the back. Taking those deep breaths, don't forget to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back and step forward and shake it loose. All right, we're gonna go into some easy, just hamstring curls. Doesn't matter which foot you start with, just bending the knees. We're warming up those hamstrings that we're gonna stretch next, working our way up through the body. So we will be behind the chair for this, and you wanna be at least 1.5 of your footsteps back from the chair. You're gonna lean forward, catch the chair, take a straight leg to behind the chair. From the side position, looks like this. You will hinge forward and look down into the seat of your chair with a straight front leg. As you push your bottom toward the back of the room, you will deepen the stretch. If it's too tight behind your calf muscle here, lower the toe down toward the floor a bit as we hold and breathe and relax for 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly hinge back up, step back to your center, and come back. Easy hamstring curls again. We're gonna repeat it for our other side. So right foot will come forward. Heel dig it to the center. Straight legs, both. Hinge forward from the hips, pushing your bottom back and looking down into the seat of the chair. Do not grip the top of the chair tightly. Relax your chest, shoulders, neck, and jaw. Lower the toe as needed on the right foot. If you're feeling it stretch and you need a little deeper, push your bottom toward the back of the room to deepen the stretch. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming up, stepping back, pushing from the chair, and then easy just knee bends to relax those muscles. All right, now that we've got those calves and hamstrings stretched, we're gonna do what's called the single cobra. We are going to do heel raises up, but we're gonna add a pelvic push forward and a lift of the arms. So from the side, it will look like this. But again, see how I went too far forward on my toes? Stay on the balls of the feet when we do this exercise. I will turn back this way. So feet right underneath you, hands on the chair for balance. We're gonna raise both heels up, stay to the balls of the feet. Single cobra, left arm up first. Push the hips forward just a bit for a nice stretch. 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels and the arm. Hinge forward from the hip, keeping the back straight. Look down into your seat, and then lift the toes and rock back onto your heels. You'll feel a lovely stretch all the way through the back of your legs, up into your glutes and lower back. Holding for 3 more, 2, and 1. Slowly rolling back up to a flat foot, raising the heels and alternating to the other side. For 3, 2, and 1. Lowering the arms and the heels down, hinging forward from the hips, keeping the back straight. Lift those toes and hold that nice stretch through the hamstrings. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up one more time. And bring it down. Hinge forward. Rock back. Lift those toes. Push the bottom back. 3, 2, and 1. Last lift on the right side. And bring it down. Hinge forward. Breathe. Bottom back, toes up. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up to a relaxed upright position and shake it loose. This next one we're going to do is a little bit of the hip flexors and your IT band along the side of your leg. This one I came up with my own name for it. It's called Teenager with an Attitude. So what you're going to do here is with your left hip, you're going to lock that left knee in. Can't see it on that side. And push the hip to the side. Give me a little hip, a little toot. This knee stays bent. You may use the chair for balance as needed. For this, we will put the right hand on the chair and raise the left hand up to stretch up through your hip flexors and into your obliques. We're going to do a little extra lean to the side to deepen that stretch. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straightening the whole body out, relaxing the arm down, and shifting to the right. Push the hip to the side, bending the left knee this time. Right knee is straight. Feeling the stretch through the hip maybe, or down further by the knee. Left hand will be on the chair for balance today if you need it. Picking the right hand up and reaching as high as you possibly can. Slowly taking it over to the left side, deepening the stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straightening the whole body out, relaxing the arm down, and doing a couple of just lifting the knees, kicking the feet to the back. All right, behind the chair, we're going to do a nice hip width apart, and we're going to do our hula hoop hips. So imagine you have a large hula hoop with hoverboard capacity, so you can just do it nice and slow, moving the torso and the hips around. One more circle, and then we're going to reverse. Going the other way, slightly pulling the tummy in, and a light squeeze to the bottom. Last circle. Excellent. It should feel a lot better. We're going to go to the right side of our chair today and do our warrior psoas stretch. Now our psoas muscle is a muscle that's connected to 2 halves of our body. The lower half by the femur, which is where we're going to stretch today, and then the upper one we're going to do when we are in the seated position. So we need to get both of those stretched. So on the right side, you're going to come forward to the front legs of your chair. Step back with your right foot in a staggered step. You should get close to the back of the chair for that left hand. You are going to bend both knees. You want to shift your weight from your back foot to both feet equally. You're going to take your bottom and scoop the tailbone under and pull the core in. To understand what that looks like, you will be in this position. My bottom is out. I'm going to scoop it under and pull the core in, and then I'm going to slowly raise my outside hand up. So it's important for this stretch to be in the right position to get a wonderful stretch. If we get a good stretch here, this is going to help release some of that tight lower back muscles that some of you have. We're going to breathe here. And if you didn't quite step back far enough for this stretch and don't quite feel it right in through here, You're gonna hinge back just a little bit to feel the stretch. Now we're gonna take it a little bit farther and take it to the iliac toward the outside. So we're gonna lean over. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up nice and tall. Relax the arm down, straighten the legs, and step forward. For this, you want to just do hamstring curls. If you raise the knees, you reverse the stretch because the psoas muscle helps lift the knees. We're going to come around to the left side and do it over there. We're going to come forward of the chair. You're going to slowly take a nice staggered step back with the left foot, right hand on the chair. Shift your weight evenly on both feet, bend the knees. Take that pelvic bone, scoop it under, and pull the core in nice and tight. Swoop the arm up till you feel a stretch. Pause, breathe. If you didn't step back enough or you're feeling really flexible on this side, if you need to, and only if you do, you can lean back just a little bit to deepen that stretch. Remember, your stretches should never feel uncomfortable. You should be relaxed in your stretches today. We're going to do a little bend to deepen it and take it a little wider out toward the outer hip. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up nice and tall, relaxing the arm, lengthening the legs, and step forward. You're going to feel some nice warmth going on in the front pelvic area. Again, bending the knees. And we are going to sit and do our quick little water break and regroup and do some seated exercises. All right, hopefully you got that sip of water. You collected yourself a little bit, taking a few of those nice deep breaths. It's very important to breathe. The deeper your breath, the more your body relaxes. The oxygen, your body just thrives on it. Just breathe. Let's just recollect our thoughts. You should feel from your waist down warm muscles that should feel like you've stretched. Now we're going to work from the hips on up, finishing the rest of the body today. So that lower psoas we just finished, we're going to do the upper half of it, which is attached to the lower lumbar spine. So to do that, we need to sit in the center of our chair. We need to stack our head and shoulders over our hips. So we're not leaning forward or back over the hips. The back is straight. We are going to lift our rib cage up and expand through the stomach area, stretching out our belly button basically. But what we want to do is have our hands here to help hold and support that, because we're going to hold it for about 15 seconds. Now, not everybody can push with their wrists because they have injuries on their wrists or hands. So if you feel comfortable, you can do a straight finger push and hold. Or if that is not at all, you're just going to brace yourself and just lift and hold the best you can. All right, so what we're going to do is pull that tummy in nice and tight. If you're going to want to hold your breath, don't. Take little short gasps in this 15-second hold. So let's lift up, pull in, help brace yourself, and we're going to breathe. Holding, keep squeezing that core. We're already at 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax down. Let the body shrink down and relax. All right, you have to do it one more time because it's supposed to be a 30-second hold. All right, so let's lift tall again. Lengthen through the torso. Help brace yourself up. Squeeze that tummy. Holding again without holding your breath. Almost to 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. I want you to come down into a nice full slouch. We're all very comfortable doing this position. If you're in my class, this is a hard one to not be in. All right, so we're going to relax those shoulders. We are going to do our quad next. And the reason why I did the psoas first is when we lower our knee down for the quad stretch, it tightens that muscle up. So we want it nice and loose, so when we come up, we don't have a back pain. So we're gonna swivel in our chair all the way to the right side of the room. Watch your water if it's on the floor. And we're gonna slide our bottom all the way to the back of your chair. Your inside right hand will grab the base of the chair for support. You're gonna slide your outside left hip out toward me, so you are seated only on your right side. You're gonna slowly lower the knee down in front of the chair. If you go too quickly, you may get a cramp. You're gonna just sit nice and tall here. If you're not experiencing a stretch here, there are a few options to get one. The first one is to pull the core in and just lean back just a bit, but not so far it hurts your back. If you're not getting your stretch there, you're gonna come back to the upright position. And you remember that tailbone scoop we did for the psoas stretch? We're gonna repeat that. So you can scoop it under and then hold that stretch. You should feel a little strain from your knee to your hip. We're gonna hold this without holding our breath for 2 deep breaths. Let's actually add a third breath here. This is an important muscle to stretch. All right, we're gonna come out of the lean or the extra scoop, and you're gonna swoop your leg back up and swivel back to center. You're gonna pause for a moment to allow the back to relax, and then we are going to twist to the left side of the room. And repeat the whole process again. Bottom to the back, left hand on the base of the chair, sliding your right hip out toward me. All your weight on that left side as you slowly lower the knee down toward the floor and sit nice and tall. Stay here if this is your stretch. Option 2, hinging back just a little bit with a straight back, or with a straight back, scoop the tailbone under and hold your stretch. Let's breathe deeply 3 times. One more nice deep breath. And slowly come out of your extras, swoop the leg up, and twist back to your center. Pause for a moment, and check in with your body. We're gonna heel toe walk the feet out a couple of steps. Our bottom should be about middle of the chair. We're gonna do torso circles. So we need the tummy pulled in to protect the lower back when we're in that forward and backward position. Hands on knees for extra support. We're gonna lean a little bit to the right, tighten the core, circle forward, just like we did with our exercises, and you're gonna go all the way around. And here you go slowly, and you choose how big of a circle your body wants to go today. We're gonna do a total of 4. I'm working on number 3 right now. And this should make you feel really relaxed by the time we're done. We're gonna pause, reverse, and go the other way. And remember, as you're doing this and you start to feel relaxed, sometimes we let go of that squeeze on the belly. Keep the tummy engaged. All right, I'm gonna do one more. And relax. Take a nice deep breath. All right, the next one we're gonna work on is our gluteus maximus muscles and a little bit of our helper muscles on the outside of our hips. So we're gonna bring the feet back in front to center. We're gonna hip truck our right leg out to the side just a bit. We're gonna sit tall and scoop from the outside of the leg underneath. With a straight back, lift your knee up. At your hip and socket joint, make a small, medium, or large circle 3 times. Warming up that joint. Pause, and then reverse. Make sure you're doing your hip and not your knee. And take it down. We're gonna hip truck it back in, sit tall. We're gonna pull the hands underneath, lift the knee to the chest as you pull the stomach in. Make sure the lower back is straight and you're not slouched. Good tall posture here. We're going to slowly flutter the foot up and down to distract us from what we're stretching today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This particular neck stretch has two versions to it. I'm going to show you the modified first. So the modified is if you cannot cross comfortably here, you will lower the leg, cross right over left, slide forward in the chair, allow the knees to slide open with a straight, tall back. You're going to hinge forward and hold a nice stretch position here. If you feel comfortable with crossing the legs, you will lift and cross, ankle by knee, and slowly, we are sitting in the back position. We're going to sit up tall. As you slowly sit up, you're going to feel a stretch in your glutes and maybe your hips. Always pause where it's a tension, not an ouch. Now, if it's too tight for the hip, the foot that is on the floor, you can slide it forward a little bit to lower the leg to make the stretch easier for you. Now you can stay here in that upright position, or if you'd like a deeper stretch, you hinge forward from the hips, keeping the back straight, and you pause wherever you feel a stretch today. If you are fortunate enough to be able to lower your chest all the way down to your leg, you can do a second or third option of lifting your heel off the floor to raise the leg even more. So those are your options. Find your stretch position, and then we're all going to let go of the hands and the legs. We always do a death grip. Relax, chest, shoulders, and jaw. We're going to breathe 2 deep breaths. We're going to slowly come out of our extras if you chose to do those today, and we're going to raise the hands up toward the ceiling. And even if your ankles are crossed, you're doing the same position here. I want your back nice and tall, and you're going to keep it tall like this, but lower the hands down without moving the back. You're going to grab the outside of your knee. If you are crossed at the ankles today, you're going to pull your knees together with your hands and do a thigh squeeze. The rest of you will sit tall and try and pull the knee across toward your other shoulder, getting a nice stretch through your piriformis. Again, you will not feel this stretch if you are in the lower slouched position of your back. We're going to hold and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the tension on the legs and the knee. We're going to bring it down. We're going to sit back up and do 3 leg extensions with the right side. As you pause for a moment, you should feel a little lopsided. That means that you actually stretched one half of your body. So we're going to get unlopsided and do our left side. So we're going to hip truck out, sit tall, scoop from the outside, lift knee, and let's circle out. This side will go a little faster because I don't have to explain it as much. Pause and reverse. Bring it down and back in. We're going to resit tall. Both hands scoop underneath, pulling knee up to chest. For a safety reason, we do not grab here in the front and put undue stress on the knee joint. That's why we always grab from underneath and pull. The higher you lift your knee, the deeper your stretch. Relax and just flex at the ankle, lifting the toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause here. If you cannot cross, you will lower, cross left over right, open the legs and hinge forward and hold your stretch. If you feel comfortable, stay up, crisscross applesauce, and sit up onto your seat bone. If the hip is too tight, move that base foot forward a bit, and then add your extras, either the hinge forward or the heel lift from the floor. Let's relax the hands, chest, shoulders, and jaw as we breathe deeply 2 more times. Slowly coming up, we're gonna raise our hands toward the ceiling reach. Stretch out that torso, getting nice and tall today. Keep the back straight as you lower the hands down, grabbing the outside of the knee or bringing both knees together with the crossed ankles. Swoop the leg over, keeping the lower back straight and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the knee open and help it down. Uncrossing at the ankles as well. Let's extend the leg out just to straighten that knee. 2, and one more, 3. Excellent. All right, we're gonna heel toe walk the feet out just a bit, and we're gonna sit nice and tall and do our mini cat and cow position. So cow position is lifting the chest up, curving the lower back. So we're gonna have hands relaxed at our side, partial lift of the chin. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down, bringing the hands to the knees. You're gonna round your shoulders forward and circle your body like the letter C. You're gonna look down between your feet and curve and arch your back. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up, lowering the arms down, lifting the chest, curving your lower back, holding for 3, 2, 1. Let's do an exhale forward into cat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, last one. And then relax. Those exercises, we were working on the S shape of the spine. The next exercise we're gonna work on is the middle of the back. There's lots of people that hold their stress right in the middle, so we're gonna get a little stretch there. So legs will stay out wide. You're gonna do your right hand forward like you're stopping traffic. We are gonna flatten the palm and swoop it. Shoulder and arms are the same level, and you're just gonna swoop it to the left until you feel a stretch through the middle of the back or your shoulder. We're gonna hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna swoop all the way out to the side. Take that thumb and flip it over toward the back of the room, and then we're gonna lift up and over to stretch the obliques and a few of our lats. As we come up, we're gonna lower the elbow down to the rib cage to engage the latissimus dorsi, and then we're gonna exhale. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale. Last one down. And relax, shake it loose. Excellent. Let's do the other side. So stopping traffic. My arm is level with my shoulder. Flatten the palm. I'm just gonna do a little twist with the upper part of the body, pausing wherever I feel tension. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's circle back out to the side. Take the thumb, rotate it over, come up and over to the side. Pause wherever you feel your stretch to the side of your body. Breathe. As we come back up nice and tall, lower the elbow down. As the elbow comes to the rib cage, that's where you engage that muscle. And then we're gonna relax it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, bringing it down. Relaxing the arms, shake it loose. Great job. We're gonna take the hands down to our side, and you're going to point your fingers and draw a figure 8 with the fingers, but your wrists do the work. Figure 8ing. We're gonna float it up to shoulder height, or if you can't quite get it all the way up, pause wherever you need to. We're gonna stop and stop the traffic. Flatten the palms, feeling the wrist and the forearm stretch. We're gonna let it soften and flop down relaxed. You're gonna scoop the hands up and over and swoop the arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades, opening your chest, stretching the pectoral muscles. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to neutral. We're going to give ourselves a hug. Right arm over left arm as you squeeze yourself, pat yourselves on the back. Great job so far. We're going to sit tall, tuck the chin down, round your shoulders forward a little bit, and hinge from the hip. As soon as you see your toes on the floor, pause and take 2 deep breaths. The breath is the stretch. Stretching our rib cage and our upper back and chest. Slowly coming up after that second exhale, opening wide into that chest expansion again. If it starts to hurt the shoulders, bend the elbows a little bit, bringing the shoulders down. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Let's give ourselves a hug. Left over right. Left is on top. Sit tall again. Tuck the chin. Round the shoulders forward a bit. Pause and breathe deeply 2 more times. Enjoy the stretch. Slowly coming up. We're going to relax the arms out and down at our sides, shaking the blood back down into the fingertips. We're going to work on the shoulders and the arms next. We're almost done. You're going to cup your hands toward your hips. You're going to spiral your palms forward toward me using your rotators in your shoulders, and then twist them toward the back of the room. Twisting forward and to the back. Exercising shoulders, biceps, triceps, forearms, and wrists. Last one forward, and then we're going to relax. You're going to open your hands wide at your side like starfish hands or high fives. Curl the fingers in lightly, and then slowly extend out, stretching through the fingers and palms.